Max Holloway versus Yair Rodriguez takes place this weekend in the main event of UFC Fight Night Vegas 42, Holloway versus Rodriguez, and I can't wait to see this title elimination bout in the featherweight division. The winner of this fight is definitely going to be next in line for the featherweight title against Alexander Volkanovski, and I can't wait to see it go down this weekend. This is an amazing fight, an amazing style matchup. I don't see this being boring in any way whatsoever. It's going to be shocking either way it goes. I don't believe that Yair Rodriguez is better than Max Holloway at MMA, but I do believe that Yair Rodriguez is criminally underrated because no one likes him, and he's very, very dangerous at any moment in the fight, and you saw that against the Korean Zombie. The Korean Zombie is arguably a better MMA fighter than Yair Rodriguez. I'm sure a lot of people will agree with that. Now, Yair Rodriguez invents a new elbow and flatline KOs the Korean Zombie in round 5 of an all-out war. He has an ability to change the way a fight is going out of nowhere with a crazy technique, and because Max Holloway is going to entertain the stand-up here, it puts him in the firing line against Yair Rodriguez. Other opponents, they start getting hit up by Yair Rodriguez on the feet, and they can try and go for a takedown and get him to the ground. We saw Frankie Edgar do this. We saw Jeremy Stephens even do it in the rematch that I just watched before making this video. They put it out on YouTube. I don't know why they put that one out on YouTube. I mean, Yair was winning the first 2 rounds very clearly, but still it showed in that 3rd round, Jeremy Stephens starting to take over, and what would have happened if it was a 5-round fight, who knows? That's the interesting part about this one being 5 rounds and Max Holloway. However, Holloway is not going to take down Yair, so he's going to be in the realm of a position where Yair can KO him at any moment for the entire fight until it's over. Very, very dangerous. I have a dream and a vision sometimes in my head about this fight where Yair Rodriguez just switch kicks Max Holloway in the body and finishes him in the 1st round. I think if you're going to put money on something, I would put money on Yair Rodriguez in the 1st round. I believe Max Holloway is a minus 500 favourite right now. I believe he's going to win, but if you want to make any money at all betting on this card or on this fight in general, Yair Rodriguez in the 1st round, maybe he lands the body kick and Holloway just goes down, because I don't care how good your chin is, if that body kick lands right from Yair Rodriguez, you're going down. Jeremy Stephens has a great chin, or had a great chin back then anyway. Body shot from Yair Rodriguez, crumpled Jeremy Stephens on the canvas. The only problem I see with that pick is, if you want to go the direction of saying Yair Rodriguez is going to get this one done, I don't think he can finish people in MMA. Now, he did finish Andre Fili with a jump round kick and KO'd him in the 2nd round, I do believe. And he also landed that inverted elbow on the Korean Zombie, but he just doesn't seem to have finishing ability after hurting someone, and I don't see him putting Holloway out cold. I could see him at some point hurting Holloway to the body maybe, or rocking Holloway with a head kick or something like that. But the follow-up shots that Yair Rodriguez throws afterwards are incapable of KOing anyone. And I know you see this with his hammer fists. The hammer fists of Yair Rodriguez might be pound for pound the weakest shots thrown in MMA. If you watch him against Jeremy Stephens, he has no finishing instinct. He just wails hammer fist like Gilbert Burns against Damian Maia, but Damian Maia's an older guy and he was out of it originally anyway. I don't see Holloway, if he does get hurt, not being able to fight through the devastating pillow-fisted hammer fists of Yair Rodriguez afterwards and working his way back into the fight. I do see Max Holloway winning this one in a very devastating fashion. I think it's going to be competitive early on. As the rounds go on, though, I definitely see Yair Rodriguez slowing down. Yair Rodriguez has slowed down in other fights that have gone long distances, and that's been against people that aren't Max Holloway and don't have Max Holloway's pressure, and don't have the chin of Max Holloway, and don't have the cardio of Max Holloway, and don't have the volume of Max Holloway, the body shots of Max Holloway. I think this is a very bad matchup for Yair, unless over this 2-year hiatus where he skipped 3 USADA tests, he has been on EPO. And you can microdose EPO in MMA. This has been proven by some experts. You can get past USADA by microdosing EPO, and you can also do HGH as well under USADA, and they won't be able to test for it. But Yair Rodriguez skipped 3 USADA tests last year, and he comes back into this Holloway fight after 2 years off, straight into a title elimination bout, and his main problem before was cardio. Not trying to say anything, but maybe a little bit of EPO in the veins, okay? Get your cardio up a little bit, and then all of a sudden you can go 5 rounds with Max Holloway, and you can kick spinning kicks in the 5th round like it's nothing. Who knows? But I am going to trust Max Holloway to win here. I think Yair Rodriguez is going to quit on the stall at the end of the 3rd round. I think he's going to have a very close first round with Max Holloway. I think both guys are going to be going back and forth. Holloway landing some good shots, Yair landing some good kicks, some good oblique kicks on the lead leg of Holloway. But Holloway, and here's something I do want to mention here, but as the round goes on, let's talk about the rounds first. Close first round. Maybe Yair lands a couple of big damaging shots, but Holloway's going to be the one pressuring him. He'll definitely outland Yair in the first round. I can't promise he'll outdamage Yair in the first round. Yair, in my opinion, is a little bit more explosive than Holloway in round 1. In round 2, Holloway's going to start to take over. He's going to start finding his range, getting more comfortable out there. Not really fear as much the power coming back from Yair Rodriguez, which means now he's going to start covering, landing big shots in the pocket against the cage. Yair Rodriguez is going to be moving backwards against the cage. You can't kick him out while moving backwards, at least not more effectively than you could if you were just against a stationary target. If Yair Rodriguez is backing up all the time, it's going to be extremely hard to set up amazing kicks that are going to work out well, that you're going to land in the perfect moments and stuff like that. Like, it doesn't look good for Yair Rodriguez here. Pressure style, making him go backwards, working him to the body, granite chin of Max Holloway as well. Great cardio. He can grapple a little bit as well, so I don't see Yair evading the fight by getting this one to the ground in any way. He's stuck on the feet with Max Holloway, and I don't think he's going to do good there. I think he's going to lose. 2nd round, he gets beaten up quite badly. Body shots start coming in. Then Holloway in the 3rd round starts doing some more damage on Yair Rodriguez. Easing on the edge of a 10-8 round, maybe. Yair's trying to throw big shots, but he's constantly being peppered backwards. His eyes swollen up, his cut open on his cheek or something like that. He's got a swollen lip. He's bruised all over his body. Maybe he has a cracked rib or something from some of the body shots of Max Holloway. I think Holloway's going to start ripping to the body, throwing those spinning back kicks to the body from in close that he does, just a spinning attack Yair Rodriguez and hit him with his own medicine maybe. But I do believe Holloway's going to pressure him, break him down, beat him up in the 3rd round, and then I can see Yair Rodriguez having a swollen eye, a busted lip, a cut over the other eye, blood leaking everywhere, and just saying, I can't see. And the fight's going to get called off on the stall in the 3rd round. I don't see him going out there for a 4th and getting the shit beat out of him by Holloway and getting finished. I think he calls this one off on the stall after being beaten up in round 3. But I do want to talk about this. Style-wise, what does Holloway do that gives problems to Yair Rodriguez? Yair Rodriguez likes to set up kicks. He likes to have range to do so. If you pressure him, he's not going to be able to do that as effectively, and his kicks are going to start to get smothered, and they're going to make him fall backwards, give up ground, and end up against a cage with Max Holloway in front of him, and that's going to give him no space to do any spinning kicks. He still has some dangerous kicks from those regions, don't get me wrong, but Holloway has got great striking defense. I believe 60% striking defense, and when you're taking on guys like Alexander Volkanovski and Jose Aldo, it's a little bit of a different statistic to have. Much better statistic-wise than Yair Rodriguez against his opponents, because Holloway's fought the best of the best, Dustin Poirier, and he's holding up a 60% defense rate with strikes. It's pretty ridiculous. I don't see Holloway getting clipped by anything that he doesn't see coming, and if he does, I can see him taking it very well on the chin. We saw Poirier land big shots on Holloway in the lightweight division, and Holloway stepped up without really a good training camp, just took the fight, went into training camp, didn't build himself into a 155er, just showed up as like a flabbier version of Holloway, and still took the shots very well there. I don't see Yair KOing him. I don't see it at all. I can see him rocking him, but I don't see that. One big thing I want to talk about here as well is the fact that Max Holloway, and another thing that goes against Yair Rodriguez here, Holloway's been working on his kick game recently, and he was forced to do so after the first Volkanovski fight. Now, I know there are some dumbass Holloway. I'm a big Holloway fan, but I know there are some real dumb Holloway fans that don't think he lost to Volkanovski. Okay, I know there are some retards like that out there that can't see what happened, but I'm just going to say it as it is. Volkanovski taught Holloway a valuable lesson about boxing too much in MMA. For a while, Max Holloway was just boxing people. He wasn't kicking too much. Occasionally, he'd throw a spinning back kick here and there, but he wouldn't really go for leg kicks or body kicks. He would throw a couple of them here and there, actually, earlier on in his career against Anthony Pettis, but then as he became champion against Brian Ortega, against Jose Aldo, he stopped throwing kicks altogether. He even did this against Dustin Poirier. It was a boxing match with Dustin Poirier, and he started to get comfortable in that rhythm of just boxing with opponents. Maybe if Yair was taking on that Holloway, he would have a much better chance than this version now. But I think Volkanovski made Holloway realise this ain't a boxing This ain't a boxing match in a cage. Okay, I'm going to chop at your legs. I'm going to land leg kicks on you all night long, inside and outside, on the calf, to the body, some upstairs as well, some spinning kicks here and there. And you could see Holloway, after those fights, and even in the rematch against Volkanovski, immediately change his style to involve more kick defense and more offensive kicks as well. In the second fight, he landed more kicks on Volkanovski. He didn't get his calf chewed up nearly as badly as he did the first time. Landed his own leg kicks on Volkanovski, evaded more leg kicks of Volkanovski as well. He did much better at dealing with the kicks of Volkanovski. And I think that was a big wake-up call for him that made him look as good as he did against Calvin Kattar, because in that fight, he threw more kicks than we've ever seen before. I've never seen Holloway land a straight-up head kick on an opponent before. He did it to Calvin Kattar, and Calvin Kattar was basically the boxing comfortable Holloway out there. He wanted to box with Holloway. He thought Holloway was going to box with him. And all of a sudden, Holloway's coming out there with elbows, with knees, with leg kicks, with oblique kicks, stomping the knee out of Calvin Kattar, head kicks as well. I think his new reminder from Volkanovski that showed him that he needs to work on kick defense and work in kicking range as well and start being more comfortable in a kick-heavy fight is going to help him here against Yair Rodriguez. And I think he's going to put on a display of his life. I don't think it'll be anywhere near the Qatar performance, but I think he'll have a great performance, wear down Yair as the fight goes on, and then Yair just won't answer the stall for the 4th round and they'll call off the fight. But Yair will gain a lot of credit because he'll do some good stuff early on, land a couple of big kicks here and there. It's going to be very tense, but I do trust Max Holloway to win this one. The only thing that's swaying me in any way is the fact that the odds are so dumb. They're so dumb, the odds. He's minus 500 favourite. Why? I get it. In one moment of the Calvin Kattar fight in round 5, where Calvin Kattar can barely see anything, he's completely exhausted, he's been almost finished on like 5 different occasions in the fight. In round 5, where Kattar is literally like a zombie in there, just walking forward, taking abuse, Holloway can do some Matrix level stuff. He doesn't do that every fight though. Okay, there are moments where Holloway gets clipped, and even in the Calvin Kattar fight, Holloway got clipped a lot on the chin. He just took them very well. Yair can end this in one switch kick to the body, and Holloway needs to be aware of that going into this one, but I trust him to get it done. I think he's tough enough to get it done. If I had to make any money here, Yair Rodriguez, 1st round KO via switch kick to the body, shutting down the liver of Max Holloway, putting him down on the canvas. But Holloway switching stances recently, using more kicks, using the oblique kick, backing up opponents, going to the body. He's just a perfect recipe to beat a guy like Yair Rodriguez. And plus, you have to question the sort of mindset of Yair. What fighter who wants to be the best in the world, takes 2 years off in their prime? Who does that? Yair Rodriguez does that. Why? Activity helps everyone. When McGregor came up, he was active. When Adesanya came up, he was active. Yair takes 2 years off with no explanation, skips 3 USADA tests, comes right back into a title elimination bout. Either he's on the sauce and he's going to come back as Yair 2.0 with needle marks all over his shoulders and abdomen and a head shaped like Usman, or he don't care no more and he's signed his fucking funeral arrangements here and Holloway's going to beat him up. Plus, only a 71-inch reach for Yair Rodriguez. Holloway has dealt with a much bigger reach disadvantage than that before in his career. I feel like he'll be fine here with his 69-inch reach. And I do believe he'll get this one done by 3rd round TKO. Corner team waves it off. Yair doesn't come out for the 4th round. And the winner of this one is next for Volkanovski. Now, I don't know if either of them are going to beat Volko. They both have a good chance of doing so. But after watching Volkanovski grapple with Ortega and dominate him on the ground and showing a massive improvement in his grappling game, I think he's such a step ahead of this division right now because he can change his style and do so many different things. And his division, they do the same thing. Holloway's going to strike. Yair Rodriguez is going to strike. Volkanovski can do whatever he wants, however he feels like doing it. And I think I could maybe see him working a grappling clinic, especially on Yair Rodriguez, but maybe starting to grapple a bit more against Holloway as well, because we saw how dominant he was on top against Brian Ortega, and there's no way you can convince me in any way that Max Holloway's got triangle and guillotine games like Brian Ortega. He's got a nasty guillotine, don't get me wrong, and he's caught Cub Swanson in it as well, just like Brian Ortega did, but I don't think he's anywhere near as dangerous as Ortega on the ground, and I could see Volkanovski wrestling this entire time right now, all the way up until Christmas, all the way at the start of the new year as well, wrestling, grappling, grappling. I know he's training with Craig Jones right now over there in Australia and at CKB as well, practicing his grappling. I think he'll come out there with a grappling-heavy approach, and I don't see anyone taking that belt away from him. But if there's one person who can, it's Max Holloway, and let's not forget, he's 29 years of age. So, time is on his side, and I think he'll beat Yair this weekend. Fingers crossed, the Blessed Express keeps chugging through. And I'm glad that he's doing this as well. Let me just mention that as well. I'm glad that Max Holloway didn't just fucking moan and complain like Colby Covington for 2 fucking years. You know what I mean? Win a fight on the scene, and then just sit there and go, I deserve this, I deserve that, I deserve this, I had a close fight with a champ, I deserve this. He's gone out there, he's fought two top contenders back-to-back, if this weekend goes ahead, fingers crossed, knock on wood. 2 top contenders back-to-back, and he'll definitely have earned his title shot. And after this, I guess what you could do is, if Yair Rodriguez loses, him versus Brian Ortega in the new year, the Korean Zombie versus Arnold Allen, or, don't know what you're going to do with Arnold Allen, but maybe do Arnold Allen versus Zabit, or the Korean Zombie versus Zabit, or Zabit versus the winner of Chikadze versus someone else. I don't even know what they're going to do. Chikadze versus Zabit. Winner of that one gets a title shot. Who knows? Looking forward to the featherweight division moving forward. I'm glad this fight is happening. Holloway leads in all areas. He's got the strikes landed per minute advantage by far. Striking accuracy by far. Not by far, but against much better competition. And he's got a higher striking accuracy as well. Strikes absorbed. He takes more strikes. But Yair Rodriguez typically hasn't been in the wars that Holloway is with the level of competition that Holloway's fought either. And then Holloway's defense is 60% against much better competition as well. And his takedown accuracy is 71%. And I feel like he could go for a takedown here against Yair just to mix it in and make him think about it. Who knows? It wouldn't hurt for Holloway to go for one of his sweeps against Yair. You know his sort of running sweeps that he does? I can't even remember the name of it, but Carlos Condit did it to Matt Brown, and Holloway did it to Pettis a couple of times as well. You run into them, you sweep out the legs from underneath them, and they go to the ground. Maybe you could use that on Yair, because when you think about it, Yair Rodriguez is going to be looking to catch Holloway with kicks as he comes in, and that's going to leave him on one leg. So if I'm a Holloway, I'm doing that running man sweep on Yair Rodriguez, and if he's down on the ground, I'm pounding him out there, because Yair hates being on the ground, and it gasses him out to wrestle, so why not mix a couple of takedowns in? Like and subscribe, thank you for watching. Holloway makes Yair quit on the stool at the end of the 3rd round. Click that button up there, Toodle Pip, I'll see you later. Goodbye.